guys, we're back again today. Here to help you guys out. Wanted to show you guys how to do your own cloud today. Your own cloud. Not as in storing files. This is just for phone backups. This is like your own iCloud, Google Drive kind of thing, but for your phone backups and stuff. So you don't have to pay the prices that they make you pay. I mean, it's ridiculous. And you put as big hard drive as you can afford to put in there. And you can have two of them, so if one dies, you have a backup, so two drives have to die at the same time, or you can have one that's at a friend's house, or a mother and father-in-law's, or your mom and dad's house, or brother's, and you can have an off-site backup in case your stuff, a fire happens or whatever. But the cool thing is, which I use this for, my wife and me, is for backing up our phones, and it just works great. This is the PR 2100 from my cloud, PR 2100 Pro version, 4 gigs of RAM, quad core. All we use this for, just for phones. So we're not using it really for anything else. Just this whole cloud right here is just for phones. Works great. We have a 500 gig SSD in it. It has a quad core. I don't know if I mentioned that. It has a quad core. And I'm going to show you guys how to set this up, how you can do it on your phones, and some cool stuff. I know there's other NASs out there that have their own stuff. I don't have a Synology. I want to get a Synology too. I have two PR 4100s and one 2100. And the PR 4100, each I upgraded them to 16 gigs of RAM, new thermal paste, and ML fans on it. But I do want a Synology too. I want to dive into that. I've set them up before, but the one I want is very, very expensive. Fits NVMe drives. I'm going to put probably a 20 gig connection to with fiber and all that. But yeah, this is just for pictures. So it doesn't matter. Synology. All this is going to do is just for pictures. And it works flawlessly. So amazing. So this is the interface. You can see how much free stuff you have of storage left. The RAM, all your percentages, but let's just get into setting this cool thing up. So, as I'll show you, let me minus one out. I was showing earlier. So, just minus this out, user out. And then make sure you get the share too, because the share will still be there even if I minus them out. Okay, let's do it. Alright, so, every time you add a user, and you in general yourself, they're going to come here. So, these are the users that you're going to have. Now, if you have, usually by default, it's going to create a share. So if I go, let's just show you an example. We go to me. I have my wife's phone as an admin because I let her use my computers. We just share the same account on the computer. We don't have separate wife's account, and all that. My daughter will probably have her separate account when she's older. But me and my wife share one. We don't need separate ones. I don't have nothing to hide. She has nothing to hide, so who cares? So when I map my drives, as if I go to this PC, I have my phone here. This is my laptop, so I'm just going to do a demonstration on my big computer because my wife likes my ultra-wide. I don't like your laptop. I want a big screen when I do my video, my photos, and all that stuff. Okay, do what you need to do. Doesn't bother me, though. But she just likes big screens. So I have it right here. If you have a NAS or something and you're mapping your drives, you're only able to do on the same NAS one user. You can't do multiple users on the same Windows profile, as in kids, family, mom and dad. So if it's mom and dad, I need to have one of us be the main person, have access to her phone, that phone, or whatever, so that if we map it to the computer, she can have access to it. If you want separate ones, you can do separate. Make separate profiles. Now, you can do multiple NASs with different user profiles. That's fine. You just can't be from the same NAS and have, my wife's phone. And then she has a separate password than me. And then this phone, it's no, it can't be that way. So I need to have access to it. So that's why I have put these little symbols right here. So this public, you don't need public. Just get rid of it. Just get rid of public. Megan's my wife. I put read and write. This is read and write. If I just wanted her to be able to see only and download, then I would do this one. She can read, write, edit, delete. She can't do any of that with this. This gives no access. This is my mom's. She doesn't want me to have access to her photos or any of that stuff. It's hers, so it's fine. It's my mom's. she has her computer in a different state, that's fine, but she can access her stuff and from our VPN and all that stuff. So it works great. This one down here, just a friend I throw files to every once in a while. I have multiple ones, but it was just helping him out with something, so I let him use it for a little bit. And then it sees right here, this one has denied access. Read and write, deny. If I change this to this, read only. So let's go back. It's updated that quickly. It's pretty quick. So next, every time, as I said, every time you create a new user, we'll create a user. Home image, Goku, password and description don't matter. Password, we'll just do another one. Okay, apply. So as soon as I do this, it's going to have it right here. So Goku, he's going to automatically generate a folder. It's going to generate a folder. You don't have to if you don't want it. Like, I don't want a folder for this person. He can just have this or whatever. All you do is go to shares, and you go down and you find the Goku one. You can either delete it, or you just can't delete the public one, but just rename it. We're going to name it to phone. Phone. So that's the person's phone. Hit apply. I like to turn public. Obviously, public, we don't want that on because we only want this person to access it and people that are allowed to. Public, just you don't need a password or anything. We don't want that. Recycle bin, I always turn that off. You can have it on if you want. It's just more space. I don't need it. Blocks, I turn that off too. So now, if you go over here, if you go down here, you see the users. So if you select a folder, you can do the same thing that we did over here, but it's vice versa. So here, we select the folders, and then over here, we have the users who have access to these folders and stuff like that. So it's basically the same thing, but you can do it kind of a different way, basically. But we need to have mobile app access on for shared. We definitely need that on. Okay, so once we do that, you can do a description if you wanted to. You don't have to, but you can. Once you want to do that, once you want cloud access, you got to go here, and you have to sign in as your main user first. So you'll have to sign in you as a main user, and then once you make sure cloud access is enabled, and turn on optimize video playback. Of course you want that. Who doesn't want that? So first thing you want to do is select the user, and you're going to send invite. They're going to get an invite. It says email. And then you're going to send it, and they'll get it in their email address. They'll get the email, and they'll go to MyCloud, and they'll have them sign up for an account. So it'll be rocking and rolling. So they'll sign up for an account. It'll let them in. And then let's do... So once you do that too, what you can do, even before this, I want to make sure you guys understand, like I said, you can have multiple drives in here, so you want to think about this before you start giving it out for your family. I have one drive in here. It's JJob. That means it's one drive, no RAID. You can have RAID in this. This one right here, you can do RAID 1. So you can have a mirror of the other drive. So if one drive fails, you have another drive backed up. And you can put... They just got 26 terabyte drives. You can put two 26 terabyte drives in here. You can either have them as RAID 0 2, where they're just both, just one become one big drive, or you just have a RAID 1, which one drive just mirrors the other one. You only have whatever the one drive is, and the other one's just for backup. You don't share the gig or the terabyte space. So if you have two 4 terabyte drives and you said RAID 0, they become an 8 terabyte drive for speed. And you get the whole capacity. But if you did RAID 1, you'd only have 4 terabyte here and 4 terabyte here, and only be able to save 4 terabytes worth of data because this drive is saving all the same stuff this drive is in case one of them dies. So, but they do have bigger bays NAS, up to four bays, so you can put a lot of storage in here. And even with iCloud going up to its new 4 terabyte plan, I was looking at the pricing for it, and gosh, man, you can even buy one drive 1 year, and then the next year not pay anything for the price that they're charging for a year's worth of 4 terabyte storage. And you could have way more than they could even offer, too. 8 terabytes for the price they're offering for 4 terabytes. Crazy. But here's the even crazier thing. If you go to Apple's website on apple.com and you look up iCloud a backup, and it even says from Apple themselves that iCloud is not a backup. Other than iCloud, you should keep another copy of your stuff saved somewhere else off So that's from Apple themselves. You guys can look it up too. But yeah, even Apple themselves say it. So it's good to have this either way. I just have this, and all I did for my wife's, well, for my Android phone, backs up no problem. Same with my wife's phone. She has an iPhone. But I set hers for her stuff to go to the iCloud. All I set was for her contacts to go to iCloud. Maybe some of her documents. Not really important. I mean, I save them on other stuff. And that's about it, basically. And maybe some notes. Notes. That's all. That's all. Because some people say like to save their passwords, even though you should never save them on your phone. That's what some people do. So, but yeah, she doesn't. Thank God. But you can do it that way. That's the way I would recommend it. Have your videos and your pictures and everything to this. It's going to save your storage. Other things barely use any storage unless you have big documents for some weird reason on your phone. But yeah. So once you got all this, you can also look at in the storage section. You can look at your drive and status and everything like that. So it's pretty cool. So go to settings here. I never had a problem. I've had these WD MyCloud PRs for years now. The other ones are my Plex 24/7. A lot of people, I've never had problems. I am like a guru. So if you guys have problems, I can help you, walk you through it. But yeah, no problems. This is the latest OS on it, OS 5 too. That's running. You have to have it now to be able to use the cloud service. Some people are complaining because I don't know. Some people, they don't know what they're doing and they get mad at certain stuff and they don't think of future proofing. I remember I was so mad when I had to do Plex and I was like, oh, I hate Plex. Plex is so dumb. I have to do this now because Western Digital used to have something else and I used to play it for the hard drives. And then now I love Plex. I couldn't imagine without it now. It's so cool. But yeah, so let's get back into what I was talking about. Sorry to bug you guys. So what you want to do is name your device. Name mine Capsule Corp 3. So I named that device Capsule Corp 3. Description, phone. I just did it because, this is for phones. That's all this does. All this server right here does is just for phones. It's NAS. So next, you want to make sure you have a static IP address for this so you can access it. I'm accessing it right now through the IP address. So make sure you go on your router and reserve the IP address on it. I would definitely do that. You can, under here too, set your own custom one too. So under static, you can just turn static on right here. Go through the steps, set a static IP address. This is mine is, so it's totally, you can do that too. And I do set the DNSs. I just want no problems, so Pi-hole problems or nothing. Just in case, this needs to back up my stuff wherever I'm at. So I use Cloudflares. You can use these DNS things if you guys want to use it too. But yeah, that's what I use, and just hit next, and it'll go. So the next thing I would say is when you're using this, make like some people like this thing is like just help the heck out of me. I tell you what, filming or out shooting pictures somewhere, and you're like, oh, my phone says it's full of space and stuff. And this is the crazy thing with iCloud, you can't tell. My wife can't tell a lot of times. Oh, if it's all backed up to iCloud with this and the app, which I'll be showing you guys here in a minute, you can actually tell that your stuff is backed up. So this thing is just really helpful. So you're like, okay, I can delete all my pictures now on my phone because I know they're on my personal cloud at home, and I can just start filming again. And I don't know how many times that's come in handy. Someone was like, oh, I gotta film this. Oh, what? No, no more storage. I don't know. Oh, wait, I can check if they're backed up. Boom. Yep. I don't have to. I can check like the percentage because sometimes you might think and scroll and you might think, oh, well, this will actually show you how many, like, oh, one file left, or you have 12 pending files that are being uploaded. Because this, well, I'll show you guys you can do. You can set it up to back up over Wi-Fi, or if you're on cellular data, you can have it do it too. It's off by default, but I would pretty surely want to enable that, so it's always backing up at all times. But yeah, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to show you what it's like on the phone. Let's get into it. Let's do it right now on the phone. So what you can do on the phone is, okay, perfect. So once you're on the phone, I've already logged in the password. I downloaded the MyCloud app from the App Store, and then We're going to select it. I already put my password in and stuff. I already put that in. This is the page right after you put the password in. And it's just showing you what devices it's found connected to your stuff. So that's fine. Go to continue. Analytics. Yes, we agree. Of course we agree. Otherwise we can't use this. Turn on auto backup. If you don't do it here, don't worry if you mess up. You can do it later. Just put, if you hit skip, just put turn on auto backup. I have Capsule 3. That's my phone backup. So I'm going to hit, everybody has a check by it, hit continue. The other ones are offline. Those don't need to be, I don't connect to them remotely at all. That's why only this one is. It's the only phone one. I can VPN to my other ones if I need to do something. This is for my phone. So now I'm going to select my phone. Hit continue. I want to back up my camera roll and screenshots, my movies, and picture and messages. So I can do that. So now I can hit continue. And then success, continue. Perfect. Finish and view files. Put finish, continue. Connecting now. Here we go. Here we go. So then there's my wife's on here, like I said, since I manage everybody else's too. I can't hide it if I want to, but it doesn't matter. I hit the little red dot. I can see preparing backup right here. So it's been preparing for backup already. Since I already, I mean, it'll detect what files are already on there, so I'm not worried. It'll detect if I have it. We'll do duplicates. So like 96 syncing left, so it's just syncing right now. It's not going to back. It's not backing any up. It's just making sure, like saying, "Oh, yep, we have this file. Yep, we have this file." Because I uninstalled this app so I could show you guys. So now, um, we'll go back to the settings. It's different on the iPhone and Android. I mean, it's not different as in they have the same settings. It might just be in a different area. Yep, see, photos are backed up fully to my Cloud OS 5. So now we'll go to apps and settings again. Auto backup is on, but click it. And we want to go to sell your data. So we want to click this. This will back up photos and videos even when you're not on Wi-Fi. Data rates may apply. Yes, so I'm going to turn that on. Turn on. Of course I want that. So now I want to click the auto backup now. Backup in folders. So I do use other programs too, but if they come up here, you could always select it here too. Sometimes they'll give you access if you have certain programs that store stuff. Photo-wise, you can do that here too, so it's really cool. But yeah, I just want to make sure everything's the way I want it. So yep, everything's working. So here's the cool thing. This is the thing they don't really tell you. So we'll go back, exit out. Oh, you can set a password too. Always set a password. So I'll do my password. So, okay, confirm password. Okay, is it going to confirm? Is it? Oh, there we go. Wait, password. Okay. Oh, there we go. And you can do fingerprint too if you want to, and app permissions. There's different app permissions that you can do. And then this is like you can adjust like what you want to allow to look at battery usage, how much it's using of your app memory. So this is pretty cool. Let's go back now. It's going to say hello. Oh no, this time if I log all the way out, it'll say hello, Miles, and then ask me for my password. It's pretty cool. So here's the cool part. I already sent this to my wife earlier today to show you guys. She's gonna be like, "Why do you keep sending me the same picture?" Whatever. So I'm gonna go into I'm gonna find a picture. This is my actual phone backup here, but I have a subfolder that's before it goes into that. So I'm gonna go to wallpaper. Oh yeah, add description, no later. So here we go. So I can add albums. That's pretty cool. Save to a mobile device, so I can download it right from the cloud to my mobile device. Now, you know how iPhones use the casting thing to share pictures when you're close to somebody? It still brings down the quality a little bit. This, no matter what size video it is, what size what, you can share it with somebody. So if I go to share, send copy, oh my wife's going to be so mad. Okay, I'm going to go to where is my texting? There it is, messages. My wife. Send text message. So now she actually just got the picture as a text message. So she's sending up, there it is, the full picture. This is the full picture. This one might bring it down for the text message, but if I want the full picture, this is all I got to do. Let me go back to my drive. Go back here. I'm going to go share again. Send link view only. This is what's really cool. So I'm going to go to my wife. She's going to be so pissed. She's probably already in bed. I'm probably gonna die, but that's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna click the link. This is what she's gonna get on her phone. She's gonna open it up, and this is exactly what it's gonna look like. And now she can download it, show it real, and do a slideshow in case there's a whole bunch I sent her and it's a whole file or folder. But she can literally download it. And this is with videos too. She can download the whole video and she can either just play it right now, just play the video, like if I send her a video play it, or she can download it. It is so cool. So if you want to like say, hey, somebody's like, hey, can you send me I really want to get a whole bunch of pictures of that grandchild. Can you send me a whole bunch? Like, yeah, I'll send it to you. And if you're out somewhere, it isn't going to use anything on your phone because it's going to use your server at home that they're going to be downloading it from to their phone or to their wherever you're sending it to. It's so freaking cool. It works so good. It's just awesome. I just love this thing. So, yeah. This app and this device, it's just the coolest thing ever. I would have to tell you guys. But yeah, there's one more step to this that's even going to make this cooler. So like I said, we did all our setting up. Let's sign in now. So we go to our MyCloud, any computer, Mac, Windows, Linux, open a web browser, go to mycloud.com, sign in. And it doesn't matter, you can share. Let's see. Okay. Oops. Oh my god, Miles. Okay. There we go. All right. So now we are logged right in. So this is right here is like the same on the phone. Everything's the same basically. I can share files do this from anywhere in the whole world. I can configure the way that looks. So if I want bigger folders or pictures, I can do the same thing with the pictures. I'll show the pictures big and I can go through it, organize them. So I can go to, let's go to my phone here. I can click this, date, size, and then I can, of course, make them bigger, smaller. I can either download the files, so I can rename it, download, add album, create albums, move it to different clouds, different folders. Now, if I want to add a folder from here, I can, let's see, we'll go here, add files. I can add it right from this computer that I'm on. I can just add files and we'll upload it right to my cloud wherever I am in the freaking world. It's so freaking cool. I just love this thing. It's so awesome. You don't need a VPN or nothing with this. It just works every time. And you can share files with people. Give them. And this thing can sync with Dropbox and all that stuff too. But yeah, remember, this is just for phones. That's all I use this cloud for phones. And it works so cool. My wife gets home. So my wife gets home. Let's just exit out of this now. And exit out of this. When she wants to, she doesn't really keep the photos on your phone. And you could, if you just want like all your photos always on your phone, then you can do this. She does an extra step because we only have one drive in there, and I don't really want that. I mean, I don't really need the extra drive in there to have redundancy. I mean, some people want that. They want all their photos with us all the time. My wife doesn't care for having all her photos with her at all times. So we have an NVMe SSD, and then another cold storage drive. So she hooks up the SSD to the computer, and all she has to do is get her phone and do nothing with it, basically. She just opens up her phone, it says her drive, and then she goes to her backups, and all her pictures will be in here, and she just pays them, grabs them over, throws them over and stuff to her other drive, and that's all she has to do. And then once a month, I'll grab the cold storage drive and her drive, plug them both into the computer, and I'll go to the one that she adds the new stuff on, highlight everything, throw it all to the other drive, which has the same stuff, and it will go through and say, oh, do you want to replace, it'll take a minute, do you want to replace the folders? I say no, skip the folders with the same name, and it will only copy all the new stuff and all the directories she created without me having to go through and find it. So she has another backup. So she has two backups that she has over there. One NVMe SSD and one cold storage HDD that she has. That's for all the backups. But some people are like, you know what? I don't care. I want my photos with me all times. Now, when you edit and create folders on here, let's say I created a new folder, and I do this, and I call it on this, it's going to show up on my phone, this folder, so you can organize your pictures. So no matter where you are, you have all your pictures you ever have organized completely nice. You need to print them out somewhere. You're at a friend's house. You can share them. I mean, it's just so cool. It's literally just so freaking cool. It's the coolest thing ever, to be honest with you. So I do these videos for you guys. I'm sorry I'm passionate. I get excited. It's just so awesome. My wife hated having to plug her iPhone always into the stupid computer and having to get the cables, and the cables go die all the time. And even me, I hated always having to plug my phone in there. And I tell you what, it's so nice. Like if I'm editing somewhere and I forgot a file or a phone file, and you can do cameras with these too. They even have things you can just plug your camera straight in. Like if you have like an SLR, DSLR camera, or whatever, you can plug it in and it will instantly just back it up to the cloud too. So if you need to grab, it's wonderful. I'm going into more detail of other stuff you can do. Let's just get back into the phones. It is amazing for phones. Hey, please like, comment, subscribe if you guys like these videos. But the most important thing of all, I say it every time, you and your family are having a rock and rolling evening, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out. Alright guys, and before I go, one heads up. So when you're doing your photos, and you want to delete them off your phone first. Don't delete them off the cloud first if you're going to do it that way. Unless you're going to keep them on the cloud, that's fine. Because if you delete it off the cloud, your phone's going to be checking your phone all the time. It's going to be like, oh, there's a new file here because you deleted that one. We don't have that one again. We need to reback it up. So once you're like, hey, everything's backed up to my cloud, delete them off your phone. And then once you delete them off the cloud, they're gone. They're gone if you haven't backed them up. If you delete them off the cloud, they're gone. So just wanted to give you a heads up there. And if you guys need to know how to map your drives once you've created it so you can edit it on your computer, you can watch this video. I'll put a link up there. And now you guys can have a rock and rolling day. Bye again, and this is the real bye.